Hi everyone, today I wanted to talk about how we can leverage our buyers better to get more transactions. So in this market with low inventory, we're struggling going out there. We're trying to find a buyer a home, putting in multiple offers, losing out, going and doing this over and over again, right? So we need to think outside the box. I've been talking about this a lot, so we're gonna talk about it again today. We need to think about buyers like we think about our listings. When we have a listing, we always leverage our listing to try to get more buyers. We leverage our listings with farming, open houses, to attract more listings, to attract buyers to our business. So we need to start thinking about buyers and how we can attract listings to our business leveraging these buyers. So instead of just looking at MLS and setting them up on searches, which we absolutely need to do, we also need to follow a process each and every time. Not just in hard times like this inventory market is, but every single time. You will build a robust business, a listing business, and more transactions doing this. So we need to start following this process. One, every time we have a buyer, of course we look at MLS, we set them up on searches, and we get that rolling, right? If you happen to be putting in an offer on something and you lose out, let's say you lose out on a home at 20 offers and they like that neighborhood, perfect opportunity to circle prospecting. Hi, I have a buyer. We just missed out on 123 Main Street and so did 19 others. Have you thought about selling your home in this market? It's an easy phone call, door knock, or send something via snail mail, but whatever you do, get it out there to the neighborhood, right? Look at FSBOs that meet that buyer's criteria. Call the FSBO. Ask the FSBO to work with a real estate agent, right? If you can set up a showing, great. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, what is the FSBO's plans after they sell? Ask them these questions. Maybe they need to buy something, right? So not only do you have your current buyer, which you'll eventually put under contract, but you could put this FSBO under contract with a purchase, perhaps even list their home down the road. So that's one contact and turn it into 3 transactions, or you already had the one hopefully, and there's 2 additional transactions. The next thing we need to do is look at expireds. Go back at least 3 years and see what meets your buyer's criteria, and then do the same thing with expired listings. These are people who wanted to sell before. We're in prices 6 months ago aren't even the same as they are now, and God knows they're a lot more than they were 2 years ago. So reach out to them and say, hey, I have a buyer that looks like it meets the criteria of your house. I noticed you tried to sell it before. Would you be willing to sell it this time if it was a match? You can go through that process, door knock, phone calls, letters, whatever it takes, do this process. Next thing we need to start doing is talk to our SOI. Let them know we have someone out there looking for a home. Let them know what kind of home it is. Go on Facebook, reach out to your top referral people. Let them know you're looking for something. This is something that can be done. We talked about the circle prospecting letters, but how about I have a buyer letters? Just I have a buyer letters, right? So if you know they like 2 or 3 different neighborhoods, send out letters to them saying, I have a buyer, if you thought about selling in this market, right? And even going back to circle prospecting, if you've seen a house that's sold, or we have a listing that's sold, or you have a listing that's sold, and you have buyers that are looking for something similar, you can circle prospect around there as well. So think of all these different methods that you can do to drum up additional business. This buyer doesn't have to be just one transaction. It could be multiple transactions. An expired can turn into them purchasing something, or a referral if they're moving out of state. If it doesn't work out between them, it could turn into a discussion and lead to a listing because of the market conditions have changed. So don't just look in MLS. I know that's our habit. We need to break that habit. I know it's also a habit to set them up on searches or set them up on alerts. That's a great thing to do, but we need to break the habit of just doing that and then doing the other things when we get desperate. And don't just do pieces of it. If you follow this process every single time and you do all those pieces, you're gonna end up with a lot more business. It's not if, it's when you're gonna get additional buyers and when you're gonna get additional listings, because that work will pay off to more conversations, which will lead to more opportunities, which will put more money in your pocket. Hope that helps. I will talk to you again soon. Bye.